Back in September, I went on a 4-day hut-to-hut mountain bike trip in western Colorado with Colorado Backcountry Biker. We biked over 80 miles, spanning from the high alpine to chunky red rock. And while there were a few misturns along the way, the experience was one I will never forget. I was joined by my Uncle Lou, cousin Jake, and my dad, and over the next 4 days we stayed in 3 fully stocked huts along the Uncompahgre Plateau, where CBB shuttled our gear from one hut to the next. For the trip, I was on a 2020 Orbea Occam M30. Kevin from CBB shuttled us to the edge of the Dominguez Conservation Area where we started our ride. After dropping into the canyon, we quickly found Smith Point Trail and were on single track the rest of the day.
Woo! Hike a bike across Beaver Dam.
Yeah, it's cross country. I've seen a lot of features. I've never seen a beaver dam feature.
After crossing the Beaver Dam, we had a grueling climb to get back to the double-track road that led us to the first hut, where cold beer and burgers were waiting for us.
Bang up job, Jake.
On to hut number 2. About 28 miles ahead of us today. Oh yeah, baby. That's what we came for.
We have 2 different route options for day 2, and we opted for the longer ride as we wanted as much time as possible on the bike. And even Lou, the new rider, was up for the challenge.
Gosh darn it. Oh. Yeah. Ah. Yeah. Chunk.
After riding down the deep dark forest, we came to a clearing and lost sight of the trail. After following my dad down the wrong trail for a while, we hiked through some sagebrush until we were back on track.
Hey cows. Hey there.
To cap off the day, we had a monster climb on the Jeep Trail up to hut number 2.
There she is. Hut number 2, looking at the LaSalle Mountains.
I was just gonna say, remember that valley that you and I are riding in there? We're sitting in, the cows are down there, and it's like, God, I'll give me a cow. It's honestly, this is like a great cow.
See Buddy's view.
After Lou thought he was gonna die from yesterday's ride, and me getting hit with elevation sickness, day 3 was a welcome downhill day. We followed a few Jeep trails down into the Red Rocks, and the further down we went, the hotter it got.
Ah! Yeah! Oh! Yeah! Oh! Ah!
And since we didn't have to work so hard today, we even had some time to mess around.
Ooh! Ooh! All right, hut number 3 is dropped like 3,000 feet into the canyon.
We were looking for more riding, so we opted for Kevin to shuttle us to the Ute single track after slowly climbing up the huge hill we bombed the day before.
Jeez! Woo!
After 6 straight miles of downhill single track, we got spit out at Leonard's Ridge with one last view before meeting up with Kevin. The hut-to-hut trip with CBB was one of my dad's bucket list items and one of the best experiences of my life. Nothing's more freeing than spending 4 straight days on
what
the
a
bike
trip.
and spending it with family and friends. If you're
right,
looking
Dad.
for your next adventure, I highly recommend Colorado Backcountry Biker.